Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to Melinda's
and Ray's
Messy Sink. Happy Father's Day, y'all. We hope that you had a great weekend and you spent tons of time with family. We had a good weekend, and Ray heard from our son, and I know that was super exciting for him.
Yes.
Yeah. We miss Tyler so much, but we understand that he's growing up and, starting his own life. So, last week we had a different kind of video because we were under the weather and I needed to get something out that was on my heart. So I apologize that last week's video was a little bit different, but if you haven't checked it out, there are a lot of good ideas in that video about things to do that are not revolving around food. So like social activities. So if you're ever trying to plan something, make sure that you check out that video. Down in the description box, there is chapters that talks about the different things and tells you where to go in the video if you want to hear about that segment. So now back to this week.
So Melinda, how was your week this week?
All right, y'all. This is a little bit embarrassing, but we share everything. I had an exciting non-scale victory this week. I did, y'all. We were at a wedding, and you know how you're supposed to get up and dance and socialize and that kind of stuff. Y'all, I had to stay in my seat because my underwear kept falling down. My panties wouldn't stay up. So to me, that means I've lost some more inches around my rump and lost some more weight, hopefully. But that is my funny non-scale victory.
Kind of a bad thing, but a really good thing.
Exactly. So, Ray, tell me about your week.
My week was pretty good. Overall was pretty decent. I do have some exciting news, and we'll get to that in just a little bit.
So, energy level, appetite, how'd all that go?
Appetite's really been pretty good. Last week was a little rocky, but this week's been pretty good. A lot more energy. I don't want to sit around and sleep. I want to get up off the couch and go do things outside and get some work done and just feeling a lot better. Anybody
at work noticing your weight loss?
Yeah, I have a lot of guys saying things to me about they can tell that I'm losing weight and losing inches and looking a lot better. So
that's awesome, babe. I'm so excited for you.
I do have some exciting news to tell.
Spill it. Tell them.
So my exciting news, about a year ago, I went to the doctor and, I was diagnosed with first stage of diabetes. And so I started trying to lose weight because my labs come back when I first went, and the doctor told me that she was going to have to start me on some shots because my A1C was 10.6, y'all, and that's not good. And I said, no, I'm gonna get this off myself and get it right. So my next checkup, I went to 8.5, I think it was, and then the one after that was 7.6, and that's when we started Carnivore, and now on my diet, and I got my labs back last week.
And it hasn't even been the full 90 days yet because we started in April.
And my labs come back, and I was a 5.8. So I'm really happy with that and excited.
So you have to go another 3 months, right?
And she wants me to go another 3 months and check it again and see where it's down to and see if it's improved even more. So she was very excited. She said she was on vacation, and when she opened it up her laptop and seen that result, she was yelling, and her husband was like, "What are you yelling about?" So it was exciting for her too, so it was pretty neat.
So she's excited with the combination of your weight loss and your A1C going down.
Right.
So next visit, I think she said something about possibly looking at your medicine to see.
She's going to check on my medicines to see if we can't start backing those off and getting rid of those. So very happy.
I'm so excited for you, babe.
Yeah.
My next doctor checkup is July 13th. So I'll have an update about my labs during that period of time. I'm also going to have her run some nutrition type labs just so that we can get a baseline. before we started Carnivore, all of my hair started falling out, and now it's back and it's coming back in, and you'll see these little flyaway hairs everywhere. So I know that that's due to the increase in protein from being on the Carnivore diet. But I was so freaked out whenever my hair just started, like, just clumps of it was coming out. So, all right, next up, I'm so excited for you, babe. I'm so excited. We are going to show you the document as proof for those naysayers that say that Carnivore diet doesn't work. It does work.
It does work.
It 100% does work. All right, next up, we need to share a couple of community post results. Since we didn't do one last week, we've got two really quick ones this week. Ray, do you want to do the first one?
Sure. I asked the question of what's your favorite Carnivore meal? So at 1% was other, so shrimp and seafood was that. 4% come in with chuck roast, and then there was a tie at 17% for bacon and eggs and hamburger, which is probably my favorite. And then 60% of people said steak, which is also awesome.
Yeah, and that's pretty predictable with Carnivore people answering the polls that steak is their number one go-to. We didn't limit it to ribeye, we just said steak and listed several different steaks, different types of beef steaks. So my question was, do you have a normal routine exercise program that you go through? And 11% said yes, that they have a normal routine exercise. Let me just give y'all high five, because you guys deserve so much credit in being dedicated to getting out there and doing your workouts on a regular routine and helping your body get strong.
Let me just say something. Those people that get up and exercise early in the morning or while they're on vacation, hats off to you, because that's tough to do. Myself, I'm up early, but I'm not ready to exercise, I can tell you that.
But you did say you have extra energy,
I have
so
all
you
the
might
energy,
get there.
But it may. But right now, I want to go get to work. I don't want to exercise, if you know what I mean.
All right, 25%, so 11% said yes, that they have a normal routine. 25% said that I'm trying. High five to you too. It is tough. It is tough to make yourself exercise. We are the next let me tell you the next category. Next category, 64% said no, that they do not have a normal exercise routine. That is where we fall in that category, is that we do not. So that's why I want to give those that say that they're trying or that they do have a normal exercise routine a big high five, because it's hard. And we go out and do stuff that sometimes is like activity, like we'll go to Topgolf or we'll go walking somewhere.
Golfing for me.
Yeah, Ray golfs. We'll go to festivals and walk around, fairs, that kind of stuff this time of year. So, but we don't have anything routine, and we need to get something in our routine for sure.
So I noticed that on my Apple Watch, I always check my steps every day. And while I'm working, I get 8,000 to 9,000 steps a day. But when I'm not working, it's in the 2,000 to 3,000, and that's not where I want to be, but I'll get there.
Y'all, when I'm working and I have back-to-back meetings all day, this is pathetic, I know, and I've got to make things change. My steps are around 500 for the entire day, y'all, because I sit at a desk all day. And when I'm in back-to-back meetings, I'm not up doing things. So typically, whenever I've got some breaks between meetings, I'm up doing things, like in the house, or I'm taking the dog for a walk on my lunch, those kinds of things. And they average about 1,200, but nowhere near 8,000 to 9,000.
I've noticed that on my watches for my weekly performance, it's starting to tell me that I'm reaching more and more goals every week for my steps and things like that. I know for my steps last week was over 53,000. So
great job, babe.
Pretty good week.
Yeah, and that's because your energy's increasing too.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot more. And
Yeah. So you people that say that carnivore doesn't work, it may take a little bit of time to work, but it definitely works. It's working slower on me, but I have been metabolically sick for a lot longer than Ray. I had PCOS whenever I was a teenager in high school. The symptoms started. They don't have all kinds of drugs and things like that they have now for it. And then it went to pre-diabetic, and then it went to diabetic, and then I've been on all kinds of diabetic medicine we've been married for 10 years, and I found out I was a diabetic 10 years ago. We were on our way to a theme park. Then I started having problems with my kidneys, and so I do think the carnivore diet's helping me. I don't think the weight is coming off nearly as fast, but I am seeing those non-scale victories, thankfully. I'm staying the course and doing what I need to do to make things better, for sure. All right, next up, we wanted to show you some food that we had over the last week. It's not a full week of meals, but just wanted to show you a few meals and how we got through the week, because last week was a pretty busy week. You can do carnivore even on a super duper busy week. I got a grocery haul and some food ideas for you. All right, guys, we just got home from the grocery store today. So I got a rotisserie chicken. I got a few slices of pork belly. We've never had that before, and everybody always talks about how good it is. So wanted to give that a try. I got some frozen shrimp, and I got a turkey breast. I don't know why, I've been craving turkey, but that sounds really good to me. My husband wants smash burgers on the grill today, and I don't have any hamburger thawed out, so I went ahead and grabbed some burger while I was at the store. Some pre-cooked smokehouse pulled pork, no sauce. Then I got 2 packages of pre-cooked smokehouse beef brisket. And then I also got 2 packages of pork kebabs. And this is what I got at the grocery store today. We have a really big week going, and so I needed some really quick things that I could fix that would be great for lunches and dinners. Tonight for dinner is smash burgers. Of course, I was going to do it on the Blackstone, and it's deciding to rain, but I'm not complaining because we need rain. So tonight is bacon double smash burgers. I'll be sure to show you my plate when I'm all done. All right, guys, here is dinner at our house tonight. We have bacon double cheeseburgers, and I'm going to start with one, and if I'm hungry, I'm going to have another. I'm going to add either butter or some homemade mayo to this, just to make sure my fat increase is good. All right, guys, it's time for dinner. We are going to have some pork kebabs. I am just seasoning them with simple Redmond barbecue salt, some onion powder, and some garlic powder. I do need to add some salt and pepper as well, but let me get these seasoned up on all the sides. I'm going to use this skillet that I have, and I'm going to brown them up. I'm going to sear them, and then I'm going to cover them and put them in the oven at 275 degrees for about an hour. My goal is to let these cook up low and slow after I get them seared. So let's go ahead and start with the searing process. All right, guys, so I think I'm ready to turn, and how I know that I'm ready to turn is I give to make sure it's not sticking. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, I'm gonna get these turned over and get them seared on all the sides, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, kebabs are seared off. We're gonna get them covered in aluminum foil and get them in the oven at 275. These just came out of the oven. Oh my gosh, they look so delicious. Also, all that wonderful juice down there in the bottom of the pan that we're gonna put to good use as seasoning for these kebabs. If you are ketovore or keto, you could add some low sugar or sugar-free barbecue sauce to these and put them back in the oven. or you could add some of your ranch dressing and dip these in if you need extra fat. But we are going to use the juices that these were cooked in, and I'm going to get this plated up. All right, y'all, I know I'm going to eat more than one, but I just wanted to show you one on this plate. This is what our dinner is going to look like. I do want to caution you, I cooked these about an hour on 275, but you need to make sure that you use your meat thermometer and judge based on however large your pork pieces are. I did try these, and I am going to add some salt. They've got really good flavor, but I'm just a salt person and want to add some more salt. But the pork kebabs is what's for dinner at our house tonight. Hey guys, all right, as you saw in the grocery haul, I picked up a rotisserie chicken. This has been sitting in my refrigerator for a couple days, so I'm gonna put it in my oven on warm and get it brought up to speed. As you know, I am having a busy week this week, so I needed something super simple. And this rotisserie chicken will hit the spot, make sure that we're eating meat and getting our fat in. Gotta focus on the dark meat and be a quick dinner. So be back whenever everything's all plated up. This rotisserie chicken is warmed up. I have the dark meat as well as the wings on my plate. I've added some of that juice that it cooked in at the bottom as well to make sure that it's got some good flavor. Am I advocating for everyone to go out and eat rotisserie chickens? No, because you do not know what type of seasoning and things like that different stores use. However, if you're in a pinch like we are today, I've worked all day, had meetings all day, and I need to be somewhere very quickly, then it's better to make an option like this rotisserie chicken than to get too hungry and make a bad choice in a drive-through somewhere. So tonight for dinner at our house is this rotisserie chicken. Hey guys, tonight for dinner we are having this pre-cooked smokehouse pulled pork that I bought at Baszler's in my grocery haul that you saw. I have pulled some of this out of the container and got it put on a paper plate for easy cleanup. Gonna pop it in the microwave and get it heated up. We'll add some dollops of butter to give it nice and fat goodness. We are back and we are gonna wrap up this video with a huge thank you so much for your comments, your support through sticking with us from last week. But if you could give us some encouragement in the comments, give Ray a big fat high five for his A1C being lower than 6, and we are going to keep on trucking on our side. Don't forget, Jesus loves you. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you guys.